Hey everybody, welcome to Unfiltered and Unashamed. I wanted to do it a little bit different today, and I wanted to just be speak straight to you, one on one. I want this next episode to really it's just I want to take you along the journey with me because becoming her in the real time. I'm 4 weeks out from my competition and WBFF Worlds, and it is just like a lifetime goal and achievement for me. I'm really, really excited about it. I want to take my audience like behind the scenes on my prep to the stage, like, deeper than food and fitness. I want to talk about mental battles, body image, and some spiritual focus and what it takes to become the woman you've been called to be, even when it's hard. Because, it's not like people might see you doing this, that, and the other, and like they don't see the behind the scenes. They don't see you getting up at 3:45 a.m. They don't see you going to bed early. They don't see all the time you put into prep and the mental grit and the awareness it takes for doing all those things. So I want to talk about some just things that I feel that would help empower somebody. And as well as I go through this journey, I'm going to be weaving some boss babe interviews in here because I want to inspire you because you might not know what kind of different career paths you want to go on or what you want to do when you grow up or something like that. Or maybe you want to change your careers. Like, I mean, that's totally okay. You don't have to just do one thing for your whole entire life. But I want to challenge you and dare you to dream. Because I feel like when you're a mom or even just a person without a child, like you just might forget or lose, or maybe never even had it, or maybe you didn't have a mother or a motivator or someone behind you teaching you tough love and dedication and grit. So like we can be a victim or a victor. And like, yeah, you might not have had all that, but as you grow, you have the choice to choose and put yourself around people that have. And so I want to take you guys alongside behind the scenes of the prep of the world's BFF stage. And I think it'd be really fun because I always say lead by example. If you guys can see me do it, you can do it, not necessarily in the fitness arena, but in whatever. Like your stage is your stage, whatever you choose it to be. So I want to go deeper than food and fitness. I want to talk about mental battle, the images, spiritual focus, and what it takes to become the woman you're called, even when it's hard. And I know I already said that, but I mean, it's really a challenge. Like becoming her is not the final destination. It's a daily decision, a daily decision. Some of the things I'm currently doing, other than prep and posing and mindset and faith habit, my schedule is so important to time block. You have to time block. And everything is like the compound effect. Like I'm not just listening to bebop music. Like I'm listening to spiritual uplifting music, or I'm listening to a podcast or a book when I'm doing cardio. Like I say, my car is my traveling university. I get so much done on the cardio machine, like whether it's emails, books, scheduling things, like everything is proactive because I really want to be as efficient as I can. And this is duplicatable. I duplicate my kids. I want them to be efficient. And so you just want to model that behavior because I see a lot of children running the parent's life, and you have to remember you're the adult. But again, adults, you have to also let your kids grow up, because if you keep them in a childlike mentality and then you want to gripe about them later, that's on you, boo, because you never let them grow up so that they could have their own opinion. So anyways, that's a different story for a different time. So sometimes like I'm not a robot. I'm human. I have daily struggles too. Like even this past Friday, I was behind the eight ball and I stayed up too late, and which not really too late, but I just stayed up later than I normally would. And my body was just so tired. Like I actually overslept for my first meal. I call it my food alarms, and I didn't get up. And it was 3:45. I hardly ever missed that call, and I woke up at 6:30, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't get up and eat at that time. Like, what am I going to do? It kind of throws my whole thing off, And luckily, my trainer is so sweet. Is Amy McCullough. She's amazing. Rhonda now, sorry, she's married, but she was like, Ashley, give yourself grace. You never do this. And so I was like, okay, you're right. So, you have body fatigue, you have self-doubt, you have pressure. I'm also getting married in October this year. So I'm like trying to check all the boxes. And I just realized that I checked the box in my head to get a show dress, but like my designer is also making my wedding dress. So like that box was checked, and I didn't realize it until my posing session the other day. I was like, I don't have a show dress. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So, and then I was like, actually, cool it. Like, let's just go through what you already have at home. And so I'm going to do that today. And I'm sure I'm going to find something. It's going to be great. But yes, I'm kind of getting on a tangent, but this is fun. This is you guys getting me real, raw, and unfiltered. And I love it. It's okay. So whenever it comes to like when it says like, okay, where do I struggle? All over the place. But I like to schedule everything efficiently. So I pack all my food in the fridge. I prep it all the day before. I've already cooked it a couple days before. And so it's like packing my lunch as a kid. I prep my lunch or my food every single day. I bring this cool little cooler with me. My kids see me do this. They prep themselves for summer camps or for food or for sports whenever they're in school too. So again, duplicatable. They know. And some people think, oh my gosh, it must be so hard. No, I'm prepping while my kids are doing homework or talking, and like it's like an engagement time. It's not like punishment. And people are like, oh, it's so hard on your body. It's a mental thing. And that's going to lead me into my next conversation. It's like, how do you shift your mind back to truth, like scripture, prayer, affirmations? Yes, it's all about mindset. You are only as strong as you let your mind think you are. Like, yeah, the first couple of times maybe I didn't want to get up that early, but then I'm like, I'm up and I'm ready to perform. I eat my Juice Plus shake, I get all my superfoods, I get my Lemonade, I get all the stuff that is going to fuel my body for performance. I don't take like all these vitamins and stuff like that. I take whole foods because my body is going to bio-identify with those and suck it up. Because you don't get up in the morning and go drive your car with no gas in it, right? That doesn't make any sense. Your car is going to run with gas in it. So why would you not put gas in your car, right? Yourself. So that's one tip. Two, it's like they say, I was fasting. Okay, whatever. I go to sleep at night until I wake up in the morning, and then I'm ready to go because my body needs to be fueled for performance. And I'm just saying, I'm living proof. It really, really does work. And so whenever you're going to your mindset, you've got to feed it with good stuff. Like on the way to the gym, I am praying, I'm saying my affirmations, I'm talking to God all day long because we have to capture those bad thoughts in our head. Like if we think like sometimes, like at the beginning when we're getting ready for a show, my body isn't like, it's not that stuff y'all see on the show. Like we look like that for maybe a day or two when we're that tight, and then our water comes in, and then we have to get that mindset because we lose like 10 pounds in 1 week of water. It's crazy. And it is a mindset because like you think, oh, I'm feeling bloated and I don't look like this superstar when I'm dropping into my poses and stuff like that. And that is kind of the hardest part for me in the beginning because I see it almost like a routine and I want it to be pretty and elegant. But then what's really fun is when your body starts coming in and you're like, that's what I'm talking about. And then it's a little more funner setting into those poses. And then it gets closer to the game and closer to the game. And then by that point, like my mental mindset is like, it's not necessarily a competition, yeah, with other people for sure, but like really it's your own competition with yourself. So as long as I bring a better package to the stage than I did last year, then to me, I'm winning. Because each time, like now, if I fall short and I mess up on my routine or my body's not the way it needs to be, like that is a loss for me. But so far, I just keep on going, and I'm getting better and better because I'm learning and I'm doing more. And it takes time to build a certain muscle. And so you have to feed your body. Like some people don't eat like the day of the show, or, we're only like when you're doing this water loading and stuff like that, like you really don't have much water that you can have the day of the show. And not many people can eat, but it's like, that's why I love how I fuel because I get all those nutrients in the morning where my competitors do not. So I'm just, there is a method to my madness. And if anybody wants help in that department, feel free to message me. I will be glad to share my tips with you. The power of discipline and motivation. Okay, I am a woman of faith, grit, and determination. God has put something mighty in my heart, and my goal is to share this light with everybody. I will go in different places. I am bold with the faith. Sometimes I meet people where they're at, but it always leads back to my sweet Jesus because I always want to have a chance to, share God's love. Before we go on the stage, whoever's around me, most of the time they don't speak English because this is a worldwide thing. Amazing. But I'll pray with them because prayer is kind of like a universal. People know, like I'll put my hands together and be like, I'm going to pray, say a prayer. And some of them know some broken English. And so I'll say something over them. But it's just so fun meeting women from Iceland and Denmark and Dubai. And it's just fabulous. I mean, this is part of the part 0.1% of the world, guys. I mean, a phenomenon. I will never forget when I was in Worlds in Vegas and saw these pros walk out. I was like, OMG, I want to do that. And now I am. So it's exciting. Okay, I know I go down rabbit holes and it's a lot of fun, but I want to invite you guys to choose your own world title goal. Like, what are you chasing? Are you chasing your finger? Are you chasing a spin cycle of life that you're already in? Are you chasing those limited thoughts that are saying, I'm not good enough? Well, that's cool. She does this, but I can't do that. Your stage is whatever it is. It could be being a better mom. It could be finishing that degree that you never finished. It could be getting a certification. It could be cleaning your house once a week. Whatever it is. Like, you can't be good at all things, but you can be great at some things. Sometimes you might need to look back in your childhood. Sometimes you might need to find somebody, like look on the internet, be like, oh, she looks cool. I like that. Let me see how she did it. You know, whatever it is. When I was starting a business, I read tons of business books. I looked at people that knew how to run businesses, take the pros and cons, or ask them, hey, how did you get a personal assistant? Like, I would ask questions because I wanted to surround myself with people that are doing what I want to be doing, right? And I love my coach, my opposing coach. She's amazing. And one day we'll be part of that whole mighty team, but you got to get that clean first. And see this? I surround myself with these crowns. I have one in my treatment room. I have one here. This is upstagecouture.com. You can see it online. It's where all the clothing is, but just had to throw that in there. These are what I call my crowns in the sky. So just saying, you're always looking up. So I have some other things. What are you supposed to do? The call to action is, you guys, I want you guys to choose your own world title goal. And I want you to put it up somewhere. I want you to see it. I want you to chase it. And I want you to let me know. Let me know about it. Tag me on Instagram. Let me know what you're chasing. So I might know somebody that does what you're wanting to do, and you can put it in there. You know, like, hey, let's come alongside each other and help each other out. I'm going to do some different mini empowerment series leading to the world. Okay, I'm going to try to document this. This is me being accountable too, which is kind of bold, kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety, but it's fun. I'm bravely, like right now, I'm not in my little studio with it all set up. I'm trying out this new little microphone and this different handheld thing that I'm doing. It's cool. I like it. I want to engage with you guys. I want you to feel me. I'm going to be bringing professionals here. I want you to come along my journey because I want you to see the behind the scenes, but I'm not doing it to brag or to be weird or anything like that. I just want to inspire you guys. And sometimes you need to see someone lead by example for you to want to do it. So I hope I'm putting a fire up in your soul because God's got little gifts in all of our hearts. So you need to tap into yours, you know? So, you know, there's a thing I say, it's like crowned in the quiet. Like, no one sees while you're becoming her. They don't know what you're doing. Like, I kind of make it like a fun game. Like, I have like private sacrifices, as in routines and boundaries, and sometimes there's a lot of internal warfare. Like, sacrifices, I mean, and not like sacrificing an animal or something like that. Sacrifices doesn't mean like some people might be going out and drinking or something like that. I'm cool. I don't have to. I'm going to have some water. I have my goals intact. Some people could be going and eating some crazy food. I'm cool. I got my meal prep. I ate before I came. No worries. I never want anybody to feel some sort of way or feel judged around me. I'm only a human person. It doesn't matter what you want to do. I just know my goals are intact. So I don't ever want to put myself onto somebody or whatever. If we got to eat, or I'll still go out to eat with you, I'll just may have eaten before I came and I'll just drink some sparkling water and chit chat with you. I mean, I'm there for the connection, right? So these are just different little tidbits that you guys can sneak into places and people whenever you're on whatever goals. Like, sometimes you might not be able to go out. I have a girlfriend right now who's about to get one of her doctorates, and you know, she can't go and say yes to all the fun activities because she's got to read, she's got to study, she's got to do all those things. But the end goal is, we all know that. We're supportive. We're like, okay, girlfriend, you go. Just let us know when you're ready, you know? So, and I also want to do, like, you can't have many late nights. Like, whenever you're on your prep, you can't have late nights. You have early mornings, and the faith and fitness is on the grind. Like, I have done most of my stuff before like 11 o'clock in the day. I've had with that morning crew, when you get up at 5 or 3:45 in the morning and you get your day started in, you can have what feels like a whole 24 hours before anybody even wakes up in the day. And that's what's up. Especially if you're a mom and a business owner, you have to get your stuff done before anybody else needs you, right? And I typically go to bed around 9:30, ideally, you know. So up early to bed, early to rise. That's kind of biblical as well. One of the follow-up mini empowerment series is I'm gonna do is be Crowned in the Quiet. Another one's gonna be Body, Soul, and Stage, honoring the temple while we're preparing to shine. Because you've got to honor your body. Like Saturdays are my day of rest in a sense. Like I sleep in on Saturdays. It's not much because I still get up at 3:45 and at 6:30 and I eat, but I will go back to bed and I try to let myself sleep till 8 or 9. The 9 I did this morning, which was really rare. Usually it's about 8. And then there's another one. One of the other talking points for the mini series is no crown without the cross: surrender, sacrifice, and spiritual discipline. So a lot of people think, okay, and people do other things differently. So I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm not doing this for for any ill will at all. I am simply a competitor at heart. I have been an athlete. I love it. I was a dancer competitively. I danced for 17 years. I love music. I love healthy living. And when you can see, and I love this with my coaching clients too, skincare and health coaching. When I can show someone how they can have the power to change their skin through topical treatments and food, it's amazing because now they're empowering themselves. But I take it a step deeper and go on the nutrition status, and I can let them and help them, show them and educate them on why they're eating this way, why they're doing this for their body, and see them feeling better and see them looking better and building that confidence. I mean, guys, we don't need to be on all these pills that the world is telling us to be on. Our body has been made and created by the ultimate creator, Lord Jesus, and there is a reason for everything. Food is supposed to be our medicine. We have a wonderful endocrine system that is like our natural pharmacy in our body that can help heal. Where we have to bring in other things is where there's deficiencies because we're not feeding ourselves accordingly. So another soapbox I'll get on later. The last and final of the mini empowerment series is She Rises Anyway. When you want to quit, but you're called to win. That one is my favorite because that's gonna be my last one on that little mini series, but it's gonna be a raw pep talk episode for my listeners, and I want to invite them to show day nerves, exhaustion. I want to remind you guys, like, I don't have to be perfect to rise. I just have to keep showing up. And so the thing is that yeah, I have posing weekly. I get up every day and I do my prep, my meals, working out, training. I work, I raise children, I get them to activities. We do all the things, but it's scheduled. People are like, oh, I don't live without a schedule. Well, you need to get over yourself because everybody works better on a schedule. It has been proven. Kids eat better. Like even when you're nursing a kid, you have a nursing schedule. And why is that? Because the body needs it be fed every 2 to 3 hours. So if you're trying to do something mighty in the world, you're going to have a schedule. So I think you have to get over the limited mindset, the lazy mindset, and the excuses mindset. There is a fixed, abundant mindset. We want to get out of the fixed. We want to think abundant, and we want to overcome these objections that we're telling ourselves. Like my pastor always says, run it through the book of truth. Like, okay, is that really what I need? No. I mean, there's so many gimmicks of so many different things out there, from skincare. I see people selling skincare. They're not even licensed, not even went to school for skincare. They're like, oh, buy this because it's oil and it makes your skin shine. And they have no clue what they're talking about because they're not an esthetician. I'm not only going to speak on what I know, and that's why I'm bringing all these professionals on the podcast, because I'm going to change the messenger and I'm going to pull them in and I'm going to let you guys tap on these resources. We're also, just doing whatever it is that makes your heart be on fire. You need to be the person that your kids or your friends you want to motivate them or want to grow into. My kids, I want to be a person that I would want them to grow into, not some mom that's just unhappy and depressed and making excuses for myself. No, I'm going to prep their food. They just went to their dad's for a week. I sent them away with a big cooler and 2 dry bags of food so that they would have food. It's just you teach it and it's repeatable, duplicatable. You want to do whatever your heart's desire. I have another client that just left for Thailand to go visit some friends. I'm in family. She sent me a picture of her and her daughter in front of this amazing, beautiful structure. And my one daughter wants to go to Korea so bad. And I sent her that picture and I said, that's me and you one day, babe. I'm seed planting. I want them to think abundantly because God has our favor. He has buckets and buckets of favor for us. We have to ask it. We have to claim it. We have to call it in. So you guys are going to be getting these motivated snippets of podcasts from me between the weaving of the Boss Babes. unfiltered and unashamed. I might be in this room, I might be in that room, I might be outside. You never know, because when we come to the when it comes close to conference, I mean, not conference, the show. I have conference later in the year. I mean, we got a lot of things going up, guys. We've got a world title to win. We've got my wedding. Oh, a conference. I got a conference with some medical professionals in Indiana coming up. And then I'm getting married like 3 weeks later. Like, whoa. So buckle up, guys. This is going to be an amazing, amazing journey. Again, I just want to inspire you guys, ignite you guys. I want to be that little podcast you can hop in and have that sunshine in your pocket. And you're like, what am I actually doing today? I need a little bit of that Ashley flavor. I need a little bit of pep in my step. Let me type into her, because I want to motivate you. That was my goal with this podcast. I have so much inside me. I want to share it with the world. I just didn't know how to do it. And honestly, every time I record these, I'm getting better with my own self, being unfiltered and unashamed, just to be bravely and be myself, and that's fine. God made us. We're all like little snowflakes. We're all individually made. I speak in metaphors sometimes. I make up my own words sometimes. I'm like my one girlfriend in Florida, love you, Monica. She said, girlfriend, you've always beat your drum to another beat. But hey, that is fine. You guys, I love you, and I want y'all to show up unfiltered and unashamed. Your homework is, I want you guys to be tagging me with what your world title goal is. What is it that you want to do? If you don't have anything, that's fine. Start tapping into yourself and finding out what it is. And follow with me next time, and we'll take it to the next level. We'll see what crown and quiet, what no one sees while you're becoming who you're desiring to be. Let's tap into that, guys. Unfiltered and unashamed. Here we come.